Happy Wednesday. I have your update for the day, and it's a good one. We are jumping right in with a new team member who's joining us as a bather this week. Welcome to the team, Devin. We're so excited to have you. Also, we're having some team member swapping going on. We have our bather, Britlin, who's going to be transitioning to Spanish Trail to work as a pet care team member and assistant there. And Spanish Trail's team member, Britlin, also is her name, is going to be coming to work at our resort front desk. So that'll be a good, fun, and very convenient swap, not hard to remember. So we're excited to welcome those new team members to their new workspaces this week again. Also, just kind of some position training that we have within LVCC that I wanted everyone to be aware of is Rachel Aloya has decided to step down from our grooming manager and focus more on her craft, which I completely support. And Sylvia has been promoted to being our grooming assistant manager, which is a great move. That's kind of part of where her roots are from. If you don't know, Sylvia worked as a lead groomer for us for a very, very long time before she left and then came back. So really excited to have her put her touches back on that department. Again, I think it's going to go really great. Within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to share more information with you on an exact date, but we're looking at extending probably within 2 weeks the operating hours of our grooming van and changing our grooming schedule to open up some availability in that department. Right now, they're pretty booked, but hoping that our new schedule will help to accommodate that, lessen the wait time. But please continue to recommend grooming as a service. It's we have awesome groomers and it's an awesome service, and it's great to get clients on that wait list that will again be able to shorten pretty soon. In that light, speaking of kind of scheduling and so on, I wanted to talk about team member scheduling. As we head into summer, obviously we get tremendously busy with client and patient demands. So it's important that you remember as you are making your own summer plans that we really are focusing on the schedule right now for our team members to compensate for that time. In short, plan out your vacations, but know that vacation requests are requests. They're not approved until you get that email back from Humanity that says approved. So it's a great idea when you're planning something out to go ahead and kind of sketch out some rough plans and ideas of what you need to do for your time off, but don't buy tickets until you get approval from your manager. I'd love to see it as a conversation maybe where you say, hey, I was thinking about taking this time off. Is this going to work out well? Before you get wrangled into something that's maybe a non-refundable trip or that you've made plans with your entire family and then we just can't afford for you to be off during that time. So meet with your scheduling manager to go over those things. Remember, it's a request and it's not a guarantee until you get that approval back. On the same light, as far as shift trades go, I know that a lot of times you are all able to take care of your time off needs by swapping shifts. But for hourly paid team members, you have to be mindful of overtime when you're swapping shifts. This has been something that's really, really been hurting us on our budget recently, is that it's kind of gotten a bit out of hand, that shift trades are happening across the pay week thresholds. So remember, our pay week runs Sunday through Saturday night. So you have to be mindful to trade within that same pay week. In other words, if you work more than 40 hours in that time, we owe you overtime for that, which is great and very, very fair. But our schedule predicts for those things, and that's how we budget. And if you break that by trading without permission, that's something that becomes out of our control. We can't budget for. So I'm saying no more of that from now on. You need to get those things approved. You need to be mindful as you're organizing yourself to get that approved, that it may make you or the person that you're swapping with encounter overtime, and we're going to say no. So just kind of save some heartache through that process and be mindful of those things. The last closing note on the same topic is that all overtime has to be approved. So if you're working and you know that you're going to be called to stay late, sometimes we have no choice about that, and we're very grateful if you do choose to do that. But overtime must be approved. We need to know when and how to predict those things, and so that we can really adjust to scheduling smart with those. And we never want to take advantage or make a habit out of taking advantage of you and your time for that. So no overtime without approval, no shift trades without approval. Be mindful that shift trades that cause overtime are not going to be approved, and that you need to work out another solution if you are trying to trade shifts. And then the last thing is, remember that vacation requests are requests, and they are not approved until you get that notice back from Humanity. So just kind of tie that together when you're making your plans. Appreciate everything that you do. You guys have been working so hard and making such a difference, and just always incredibly proud. Thank you again. Y'all have a great week.